Hi guys, so this is going to be my weekly check-in. Apologies in advance if you hear anything downstairs. I try to film when people are not in the house, but a lot of the time I don't get that luxury, so I've just decided to try and attempt it now, in a hope that there won't be much noise. So apologies in advance if you do hear anything. But this is my first weekly check-in using my papier financial planner is what it's called. But yeah, I'm excited and let's get into it. So the only annoying thing right now for me is that I have to hold it or it's a new book. I don't know, is anyone else the same? Like when it's a new book I kind of almost don't want to damage the spine. So let's quickly just move you over and I'm gonna have to zoom you in featuring my vitamins. So this is how it's gonna go. So awkwardly, because it is a long month, obviously it's 5 weeks, but the way that it fell meant that I didn't have enough boxes. So what I did is I put the first all the way down here because it fell on a Sunday, so last Sunday. Yeah. So it was the first, obviously New Year's Day. I'd previously gone out the night before, so for New Year's Eve I went to like a local pub New Year's Eve party thing. I don't remember some of it, not gonna lie, but it was a good night. Of course the first thing to come out was my Uber, so that came technically from a cash envelope. So that was £7.50, which to be fair I think I left there around 1:30, and considering it was like New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, whatever, I was pleasantly surprised when I woke up the next morning and it was £7.50, because I feel like it could have been a lot worse. I know in London they absolutely take the mix sometimes if you get an Uber at a particular time. Then train line, this was an unexpected, unbudgeted situation. So basically where I travel and get trains, not as often currently, but I get a 1-year rail card. I have to get the 25 onwards one, so that is £30 for a year, and obviously it ran out, so I needed to top up, so that was a £30 hit. As you know, I'm planning on doing some travelling this entire year, so £30 is going to help me out. It generally gives you about a third off your train tickets as well, so within like 2, maybe even 1 train ticket booking, you've got your money back basically. Then another unbudgeted, why am I putting my yellow down? Another unbudgeted spend. Technically I did use, because, so basically on New Year's Eve I went out with my friend and all her family and friends, and this wasn't intentional, but I ended up not buying any drinks, just because I was settled, so I just sat, and I wasn't going to the bar, but everyone kept buying drinks. Anyway, so I had money set aside for New Year's Eve, didn't use that day, so I decided I was really craving a McDonald's, but I was nice and I extended the olive branch to the household, and they all of course took me up on it. So altogether I paid £32.50 for McDonald's for everyone, because I had to get through Uber Eats, which is like an additional £4 just for delivery. So it is, I'm going to put it as an unbudgeted, even though it was like leftover money, if that makes sense. Then we have a budgeted bill of gift gaff, and that is for my dad's phone. And that was the first day. Now, let's drag you back up and get you positioned a bit nicer. Is that gonna work? Nope, let's literally move you. Okay, so the second we had my Apple storage, I want to say, and that was £2.49, and that was a budgeted bill. And then I went to the shop with the boys. Basically it's kind of an unofficial New Year's resolution that I go out every day. I feel like there's only been, no, there hasn't been a day so far. I mean, we're only on the 7th, but there's not been a day where I haven't gone out yet. So yeah, we went out with the boys. Sometimes I like to treat them and take them into the shop, and usually they get a pack of Smarties each. And I knew that I was going back to work on the Wednesday, so I decided to get an energy drink as well, because I need to psych myself up for that. So altogether that was £2.69, and that just came out of my Monzo account. Then on Tuesday, the only thing happening in my bank account was my £5 transfer to Moneybox. Ooh, okay, that's a transfer, that's it. Wednesday, my first day back at work, too paralysed to do enough chicken. No spend. I had a 12 till 8:30 shift this day, so I didn't really have anything to do. Then on Thursday I finished at 3:30 and I wanted to go out. Originally I was just going to go to Sainsbury's because it's nearby, but I kind of fancied a B&M trip because I don't remember the last time I went B&M, so I ended up spending around about £10. So that came out of my home. Then I have, okay, so I am self-confessed, I'm a picky eater, and it often means that I don't get as many vitamins and stuff as I should. So this year I am trying to make an effort and take vitamins at least, so I can try and balance that out. So I went to Boots and spent, it was actually £19.99 on, let me show you, these vitamins. I've had good things about the brand. This was the only vitamin that they had from this brand in there. I know I've seen them in bigger Boots with a bit more variety, but I'm currently, if anyone's interested, taking this in the morning because it tells you to. Then at night I take vitamin D3 and A, C and E. Anyone's interested. If anyone has any opinions, thoughts, or any vitamins they think I should include, go for it. I'm interested. But yes, that came out of my beauty envelope. No, it didn't. It came out of my health envelope, actually. No word of a lie. And then my usual Chip money came out. So I do have an update on Chip. Basically, Chip was my go-to for the longest time. It works in a similar way to Plum, if anyone has heard of Plum. So it looks at your bank, calculates what can be taken out, does it if you agree, or if you don't, change it. And I've used it probably for about 2.5 years. Love it, rave to everyone about it. The only annoying thing is they keep stopping the referrals, so when you refer anyone like Monzo or Plum or anything like that, there's always an incentive. Chip used to have an incentive, and it stopped, which was annoying. So Chip does the autosaves like Plum, but now they've introduced, I think it's a 40p, I'll leave it on the screen somewhere, but they essentially charge you for every autosave that they do, and the only way of not doing that is if you upgrade to their next plan, which obviously isn't free, and I think their next plan is like £8 a month, which is ridiculous in my opinion. So I have remade a Plum account and I've stopped my autosaves on Chip. I've still got my money in Chip because it's a really good interest rate. I think I'm just going to leave it there, and I'm going to use Plum as my autosave situation. But yes, I transferred £5 into my Plum account, and then yesterday night, after work, I luckily finished at 3:30, started at 7, and my sister needed to go to Aldi because there are certain things that she finds she can't get as cheap in Asda than she can in Aldi, and we did an online Asda shop, and she needed snappies and stuff like that. So I was like, yeah, I'll come. I planned on picking potentially a few bits up. I ended up spending £21. So this came out of my food envelope, which is now empty and sad. there was a few things I saw that I wasn't sure. I potentially would have spent more money. I'm trying to up my game when it comes to health because I'm really unfit for a human, and I want to try and do the couch to 5k, but I just need to figure out how I'm going to do it, because obviously I'm a hybrid worker, so I'm not always at home, so I can't set, sorry about my nephews, I can't set like a specific time every day because my shifts alternate. So I just need to figure that out, and once I figure that out I can implement protein powders and all that stuff. Again, if you have any recommendations, leave them below. I was looking at the Huel stuff primarily because I'm a sucker and a big fan of Stephen Bartlett, and that's one of his advertisements for his podcast and one that he says he uses, so I was looking into that. I've also looked into My Protein, I think it is, or Protein World, but if any of you use proteins powders, let me know. Interested. And then today we went to the town. Went to town. So altogether my travel was £4, and that came out of my travel envelope. That's because until March, I believe, instead of it being £2.40, I think it is, they're doing this government help household thing where it's £2 for a single. Yeah, so I did that. Then my parents gave me Christmas money, so they gave me £200 for Christmas. I said to them, I don't want anything, just get me money, and then when I see things that I want, I'll get them. So I was just going through town in the shopping centre, and I saw that the perfume shop was having a sale, so I thought, you know what, my perfume is ridiculously low. Let me show you, actually. So this is my perfume. It is broken, but I thought, you know what, it's lasted me probably 11 months, and it is a stunning scent. It's budget with M's fault that I got this because it's her wedding perfume, and I was like, this smells insane, I'm getting it. So I picked it up, just the 25ml. It was originally like 50 something, but when you sign up to be a VIP, which is absolutely free by the way, you get 10% off. So I got 10% off that, and it brought it down to £47. So that came out of my Monzo pot for what money I had from my parents. And yeah, I do recommend, if you are a perfume person or you're going to buy perfume throughout the year, go to the perfume shop, because they do have exclusives for VIPs. Like when you sign up, you get 10%, and you'll get emails, although some people will find them junk emails, but you'll get emails about deals. And the lady was saying every half a year you get a discount as well. And I'm just going to keep my eye out, because my intention is to plan Christmas every month kind of thing. I've worked out I need to save £80 a month to be Christmas ready, I think, by November. So hopefully by doing that, if there are deals that come up with perfume, I can get my mum her favourite perfume, etc. And then I obviously went and grabbed a Costa. So I actually used my coffee cash. It's £4.40. I ended up having, because I asked her for a white mocha with a difference, and she ended up getting me a white hot chocolate with a shot of coffee and hazelnut. Quite banging. And then I went and got my eyebrows did, and that was £5, and it was very much needed, I would like to point out. So yes, everything to date has been budgeted for. It's all been using cash, apart from obviously my perfume, which was using card. Anyway, so that is all done. If I bring you out now, you're literally going to see the mess that my desk is in now that I've dragged everything across. Hold on, let me try and manage the mess. Okay, it's not gonna work. I'm sorry. We're just being real here. Just my vitamins on the side. So yeah. So the next thing to do, obviously, if you've watched me for a while, you will know that I put £5 aside every week, and this is for anything the household needs, usually on my way home from work, so like bread, milk, anything like that, because minimum in the corner shop near us is £5 on card if you don't have cash. And I used to just end up doing that and buying sweets and chocolates and stuff just to make up the money, which is technically a waste because I would just eat it all in one night. So yes, that is going into my £5 savings challenge because I haven't used it, haven't been out, the household hasn't needed anything. I'm really sorry for my nephews, by the way. They are not in a good mood right now since they got woken up from a nap. So currently we have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45 in there. So with this original savings, it's £2.50. So we've got 45. I have no idea what I'm going to do with this yet. Last time I did it, I bought myself some AirPods, the new AirPods Pro. Very happy about that. Love them, use them every day. And the noise cancellation, can I say, is out of this world, because when you turn it off, you're like, whoa. Anyway, so if anyone has any recommendations on what to do with £250, great. I also, like I said, I went into town today and I deposited my £500 into my savings account. As you know, I've paid myself back for my parents' upgrade for their holiday. My sister was actually talking to me today and she was on the phone with me for an hour and a half and she was saying when it's my 30th birthday is the same year that it's my parents' 30th wedding anniversary, and she was saying, like, it's going to be an expensive year because I don't know what I'm going to do for you. I mean, for my eldest sister, we paid for her and her partner to go on holiday. My middle sister was not so lucky. It was lockdown, so we didn't bother trying to do a holiday or anything like that. We still did lots of stuff for her, but it wasn't the same. She was like, what are you gonna want? I was like, I don't know, it's literally like 2 years and then some. So yeah, but she was potentially saying for my parents, maybe we should pay to get them to go to like the Savoy or the Shard, because my dad would really want like a dinner experience, but we all know it's not something he's going to want to spend money on. Not want to, but he'd rather give it to other people, or you know. So I need to start saving for that. I mean, it's 2 years and a month away. Well, no, for them it's 2.5 years. So manageable, but I don't know, maybe I'll do a 50 envelope challenge for that again. We'll see. This, not touched it either. We are still £400 away. Perfect. Is there anything else? Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do may or may not be controversial. I am very interested in anyone's opinions, so leave them down below. I will take no offence, I promise. Basically, I've clearly done something wrong with my budget, or my envelopes, and what I've done is taken some money from one of my envelopes or 2 of my envelopes, not knowing which ones the money's there for, because I basically just found it in my card holder. So I did consider just putting in my £5 savings challenge, but if you remember, I mentioned that me and my family, well, I made this challenge up with them. Don't think they're actually sticking to it, because my sister did say her and my mum were just putting in whatever they want in there. But it is a money box just from the pound shop, and the £300 savings challenge from Pinching the Pennies. So it was a sticker, I just stuck it onto the ugliest bit of it, and I haven't started it because obviously I've been focused on paying myself back. But I have got 2 £5 notes. Again, don't know where they're from. I think one's back to bank and one I'm not sure about. So I've decided I'm going to put them in here and cross off the £10. Is this going to work? Am I going to look like an idiot? Yay! Right, let me get my... Oh, do I want to highlight it or Sharpie it? I'm going to Sharpie it. Okay, so if we just cross off the £10 and we've started. Again, I'm not pushing myself, and obviously I'm aware that this tin will hold more than £300, but just whenever, I don't know, I find money, I don't know, it's really tricky. Does anyone else feel somewhat overwhelmed sometimes with trying to stick to certain challenges and not spread yourself thin? Obviously with this one, I made it with my family and it's going to be a competition to see who can get there first, but I'm pretty sure my eldest sister hasn't started, and like I said, my middle sister and my mum both just put whatever, so Lord knows what they've got in there already. But we're just going to do what we do. Again, don't know what I'm doing with this, we will see. But yeah, that is the end of my weekly check-in. I'm so sorry it's so rambly and a little bit all over the place. As always, if you're not following me on Instagram, I will leave that up on the screen somewhere. And yes, thank you for watching. My next video will probably be another weekly check-in. Also leave down below any video ideas you want from me, because I'm more willing to do things now. I'm just a bit stuck knowing what videos to film for you, but let me know. Bye guys.